Say, you in the beard.
That beard.
Oh,
Grabbing that
shit,
beard.
man.
Grabbing a what?
Oh. What's going on? What's going on, man? It's your boy back in the mother effing building. It is the Domino Effect Conversations with Mike and
Pratt.
yes, sir. What you
Tat,
saying?
tat, tat.
This is your host that does the absolute most.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes, not all the time, but just sometimes. But you know how we do, man. We got to start it off by paying a couple bills. Shout out to my boy Monkey Man over there, the Talking Monkey Business podcast with my boy Jermaine. Like you saying, if you know him personally, you can call him Rogaine.
Okay.
But my boy Jermaine Emerson over there, the Talking Monkey Business with Monkey Man. Look out for Relationship Thursdays. We there on the Let's Talk About It. And my boy be having all type of interviews going down throughout the week. So please be on the lookout for his page so we can get that content going. Shout out to CJ, man. She in the chats right now.
She already know.
Right now. My boy Hunter Hill over there, Hustle for Change. Shout out to my boy. Oh, I actually had that information for their Thanksgiving stuff within the next couple of days, and I'll definitely drop it on the show either next week or later this week. Because I think we're gonna start doing this little thing. We'll talk about it later in the show. But be on the lookout for that for sure. Shout out to my boys over there at GCP Trucking and Transportation. They're on Instagram at GCP_TNT. They're on YouTube at GCP_TNT. Hashtag Team No Rest.
No rest.
Yeah.
That's it.
Shout out to my girl CJ. As you can see her comment down there. 22/7 bus service. You see the number right there on the screen. What you mean? One way or round trip, front door service, safe and dependable service. Fees is just like your respect is due on Mondays and is due on time every time. Service in the Acres Home, Greater Greens Point and 1960-45 area. But I think they might have some different hours going on for Thanksgiving. Make sure you get one about that. Don't want to leave my people stuck out. Shout out to my boys over there at the table, Talented, Blessed, Lyrical, Elite. That's my boy Cody Wayne, Young Nike fam, Casper the Barbarian. Can't forget signed at the Poet, and my boy Scooby Gray. Man. As they say on the song, table niggas.
Man, respect the Gray.
Limitless Exposure Media. If you're into photography, if you're into videography, if you're into I ever said photos videography. Yeah. If you're into photos, you like couples pictures, seasonal pictures, wedding pictures, get with my peoples right here, Limitless Exposure Media. They'll be dipping in here at sometime during tonight. Make sure y'all check them boys out. Shout out to my boy Jay Harris, my boy Jaleel, my neurologically sound brother. What's up, brother? For sure. Over there, Jay Harris Crowns. Make sure y'all check my boy out. He do web designs, logos, etc., etc. Make sure y'all get at my boy. See, I had to get you the new flyer for sure. For sure. All right, my boy, let me take this down so the people can see us. All right, boom. What's been up with you, bro? We took a week off last week.
Week off.
Yeah,
we had to we linked up, of course, we linked up, but for the people, we linked up with GCP.
Yeah.
And we did some communication, some navigating through some business stuff with GCP. So we ended up having to take a little break, but we back in effect. You know how to
back in effect like you never left. Man, that thing done froze you off.
Oh, so okay. Well, I'm looking at it froze on your screen, froze on mine. So I don't know.
All right, no, I'm back in action. Gotcha, all right, you back in action. All right, so I mean, what was up with me? I mean, I was there with you last Thursday, but I mean, we just need to take a week off, mental break, get a little relax, reset, recharge, and I don't know, man. Just try to come with something a little different, a little new. But I had a little thing that I was thinking about. I think I ran it by you. Like, I want to do reactionary Saturdays.
Yeah.
To where, like, we look at some of these videos or whatever on different pages and just react to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we kind of do that here, but it's more loosely based. Mm-hmm. But Saturday, I had that a little bit more more
tailored to it,
and tied into it. My girl CJ say nothing wrong with that for sure. Make sure, man, make sure y'all please like, share, and subscribe. We are definitely on YouTube at Convos with Mike and Pratt at gmail.com. And we are on the Twitter at amazing1_NF. So this is what I got for tonight. Life is like a credit card, right? And everything you do, bad decisions, uninformed decisions, it's charges that you run up on the card, right?
Man.
And at some point in life, you have to pay for these charges that you run up. Now, there is a difference between the male and the female, the male and female form of payment, right? Ours is damn near instantaneous, right? Like your bill become due almost instantaneous. Yeah. Like example, if you quit your job today, what happens?
Yeah, life changes immediately.
Life changes almost immediately, right? Like the lights is gone, car is gone, eating out is gone. Like life as you know it just completely rechanged. Mm-hmm. And the kicker is nobody comes to pay your bill for you. You're a grown man, right? But on the flip side, who pays that bill?
All depends.
It all depends.
All depends.
All right, what it depends. Like you follow me when I say that, though, right?
Yeah, I do.
Like, does it feel like I just came out of left field with that?
No, I mean it does happen. Like I know some women, they get into trouble or hard times or whatever. Family can step up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, kinfolk, which is of course is family. I guess that was redundant, but family, kinfolk, cousins, exes. Sometimes depending on whatever game that's being run, it just all depends. It's government stuff. I mean, there's stuff in place that can be utilized. And I guess for a guy, some of that same stuff can be utilized, but in most cases, you need to tighten up, you know?
No, I definitely got to tighten up.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, even like the homie, I couldn't come to you and be like, yo, man, I just need you to keep my lights on for like 2 months, man.
What? Yeah, and there ain't no type of programs, grants, none of that for you, at least. Yeah. And, all right, and you don't get afforded the whole, you was young, you was dumb, you didn't know no better, I was ignorant to this, I didn't know about that, we'll do blah, blah, blah. Like, society definitely says if a man doesn't have his shit together, he's out of pocket, he's off base.
Them the hardest one. Monetarily, you might be able to stabilize, but the way people look at you and the perspective and the, I guess just the way you come off, you ain't got no job. It's like, man, I just lost my job, but you don't have one. I just lost it like today. Just lost my.
And the thing is, bro, like, all right, we have a thing. We have the tendency to be like, oh, well, I don't want you judging me, this, that, and the third, but we're neglecting to see that life is judgmental in its own right.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
I get exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, bro, think about this. Like, if I were to approach a woman talking about being with them, this, that, and the third, right? And I ain't got no job, no car, no nothing. What's gonna happen? You're automatically disqualified, and that's a judgment call, right?
Yeah,
that's literally judging in his own phrase. Like, even, and you can help me out with this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Even the Christianity religion is judgmental. Like, it literally,
it should be based on God's judgment, but sometimes we get in the way. Yeah.
Right, for sure. But it's still based on a judgment.
Yeah, what He is determined is or ain't.
Right. Yeah. Even and again, correct me if I'm wrong. Even when you commit a crime and you go before a judge and a jury, it's a judgment.
Judgment, yeah.
So isn't it safe to say when we get away from this, when we start buying into the not wanting to be judged, is that basically saying forget reality?
Forget accountability.
Ooh.
Forget it. I don't want to be held accountable for it. Yeah, okay, that happened, but let's just dry erase that and move on.
But that's the thing about them charges.
Charges on that.
That's the thing about the charges on the card. See, but now you see how I just brought that all back full circle. Like, bro, that's the charges on the card. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. So y'all the blue pill, red pill pedal.
Hey, I ain't even think about that. That's funny.
So, well, I ain't wearing blue.
Hey.
but no, check this out though. But that's literally. Nah, that's funny as hell. I'm more about that pistol play, nigga.
Hey, boy.
But no, all right. But that's just like the charges on their credit card, bro. Like
The bill come due.
the bill comes due,
Where's
and
your Gregory?
you gotta pay it. Like where is your payment? Like it happens. Like okay, if I'm expected to conduct myself a certain way, be knowledgeable about certain things, be financially literate for sure. And if I don't know these things, what's gonna absolve me?
Nothing. You're just gonna have a harder time with things. You can not want to have a harder time with things, but you're gonna.
How do you? How would you go about that if you're not gonna have a hard time with it?
If you're not gonna,
yeah,
do better. That's the only way to offset that. Like there ain't no in between. You're gonna if you don't plan and you don't have things in place. That's why if you look, Kevin Samuels always talked about the young woman. You spend your golden years, the years of your prime playing games, and then boom, you hit the edge of prime. You got all these charges on your card, and you go to this guy and say, look, I got all this debt. But when we get together, you're responsible for this debt. I got all these charges I done racked up.
Golden years. Can you please define that?
Well, golden years usually means the older years. So maybe I shouldn't say golden years, like a golden girl.
Right.
But all your prime years, your years
okay,
when
prime years, can you define that?
Your skin is the most supple. Your hair may be the thickest and the fullest, and you're vibrant. You got energy. You hopefully ain't got that many bodies on you. So dudes is like, oh man, I got something fresh.
Well, my bad, bro. I don't mean to cut you off, but shout out to my boy VA. He's definitely in the chat right now. He got his own podcast going. They podcast on weekends and sometimes I think throughout the week. Bro, please drop your link to your show, your page, and I'll definitely get that spinning on here, bro. We'll definitely try to, you know what I'm saying, get some of my people over there and float to you.
Is that chat public? Because I don't see nothing on the side.
That's what the what?
Is that chat public?
Yeah. I think you got your full screen.
Nah,
that bull. Mm-hmm. I see no. Mm-hmm. You know you logged in.
What you mean?
Look, it's at the top. Log in, sign up. Yeah.
We share the same account, so that's probably
came in
why.
like a guest.
So that's why.
Maybe so.
Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm just plugging as I see though.
Thank you, Jermaine. Prime years, yeah. Golden years is something else. I don't want
prime years, and but what are the prime years though?
Usually,
I say 19 to 28.
I would say wherever womanhood begins till around that time.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, that womanhood starts like at 12.
Okay, in our culture, post high school to 20.
Okay, bet. And I'm only saying that I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
Sure.
Red and blue, y'all. Let's see, we working it out.
No bullshit. Like Crips and Bloods, like you said. Like I get what you said. It's just I don't want it.
Yeah. The Gregories. I got you.
So
don't laugh at it. We got a clip.
No, we gotta get that
stuff
clip.
Gotta be right now.
Yeah, because we live in a time where things can get clipped and they won't clip the whole context. Yeah. They'll just clip what they want to. 18 to 30. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. 18 to 30. Yes. Perfect. So after 30, by 35, we'll just use a base number like 35. How we start paying these charges? Because if you're waiting at the finish line, you start finding sponsors. Yeah.
Jermaine
talking about the sponsors. All right, check this out. If at 35, you're at the finish line waiting for a winner, that's basically saying I'm not gonna be accountable for these charges. I'm just gonna expect the person that wants to deal with me to pay for it. That's that whole would take me how I am. Mm-hmm. A real man, or if you really love me, you will accept me for who I am. I don't have to accept charges I didn't run up. Because guess what? When I come through the door, I have to be fully on top of mine. Mm-hmm. Means I have to be fully accountable for every decision, every bad decision, every major, minor decision, every good decision that I've made up until this point. See, that's the thing. This is the thing I say to women. This is the thing I say to women. I'm gonna look at the camera and I say this. Y'all want to play the game like a man. You want to receive the benefits like a man, but you don't want to pay that bill like a man. Basically, you don't want the consequences that come with it. Then all of a sudden, like that's why they say you have a modern woman's mindset, but yet you want traditional values.
Yeah, from the dude at least. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Bingo. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play this clip for y'all, and I need y'all to see this clip. I'm not gonna stop it. I'm gonna play it all the way through, and I just want you to see how this worked out. One second.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I have no idea what to expect.
This is fun.
But I'll probably know as soon as it starts.
As soon
Stay
as it
tuned,
starts.
y'all.
Stay tuned, dear. I say share the whole thing, dear.
Say it. That's it.
Oh, sorry.
You saying I'm sorry or sorry?
No, I'm sorry.
It didn't do the plug in where you do the thing on the side?
Well, yeah.
Where you had to yell and you just yeah. And...
No, no, I ain't.
Yeah.
I was clicking buttons, cuz. Can you hear this, cuz?
We'll know in a second. Nope.
You can't hear cuz? Oh, I probably know why. Mute your mic.
No, it shouldn't be your mic.
Hold on. Oh dear. I got a whole bunch of bullshit coming.
I'm just here from all support because I know it doesn't know.
Understood. Hold on, I gotta rewind. Fuck you saying.
I will tell you this: there are going to be things that have come out
Get
that you might be really surprised and shocked to hear that your mother
your mic up.
was culpable and your father may not have been as guilty. It is not healthy to sit back and tell you you don't need to know your dad. You don't need to know anything about him.
You mind?
That's suspicious AF.
And it did all.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for talking with me.
You're welcome.
All right, here we go.
We do this often to our young girls. Let me ask this question: who are love? You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am well. What do you have for me?
So, I just wanted to ask more about. I know the topic was why are women so mad at high value men? And from my observation, I've seen that a lot of people just don't understand the definition of high value, which I see you explain it every time on your show.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's really the major issue. People really don't know what high value is, and it's just a misunderstood concept.
Well, how old are you?
I am 25.
25. Do you own a car?
Do I own a car?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Did you purchase that car?
Yes.
What make and model is it?
It's a Jeep Patriot.
A Jeep Patriot.
Mhm.
It has a value, right?
Yes.
If you were going to go try to sell it, you could only sell it between this dollar value and that dollar value. Could you go sell a Jeep Patriot on the market today for $100,000 used?
No.
Because it's not what?
That value.
It's not worth the same
My brand
amount.
new.
Not
It
that
depreciates.
valuable.
Right.
Versus if you decided you wanted to go sell a Bentley of the same year used, could you get $100,000 for it as long as there hadn't been any kind of wrecks or accidents?
Yes.
We understand value. We do understand value. We don't like to ascribe value to people because it's very cold. It's very real. You ever go into a nightclub before?
A nightclub? Yeah, I've been to a club before.
You ever see the VIP line where the young pretty girls get in for free?
It's from the second.
Yes,
Yeah, we understand.
Have you ever been in that line? Or I mean, you know that line,
I have.
huh?
I have.
And then what about the women that weren't in that line?
They have attitudes and they're wondering why they're not getting in as
Hold on,
fast.
are they really wondering why, or do they
See,
know why?
I'm telling you, man, it ain't hard.
They probably
There's
know.
no
I'm
probably,
sure they
man.
know.
There's no probably. They know. Tell
Okay.
me why you getting the VIP for free and they can't.
You got this.
Because we're dressed up. So like when you go out, we're wearing dresses, we wear heels.
Okay,
So we
if you look like Precious in heels and a dress, could you get in the VIP?
No.
no,
Like
Okay,
you
so let's not play.
sorry.
At 25,
it's
I
the
treat you as a grown woman at 25. And at 25, you understand that you have to be of a certain looks value to get into this place for free. And if you don't, you stand in line and pay with the dudes.
right.
Charges.
The charges.
So what's not to
Yeah.
understand? We get this. It's just harsh.
That makes sense.
Right. So, do you want to be married?
Yes.
Okay. Any kid? You want to have children?
I do not have
Uh,
children, but
no, no, no. You want to have
I
children?
definitely want
Do you
to.
want to have children? Is a question.
Yeah,
Repeat
How
the
many?
question.
I would say two or three.
Okay. Do you want to have to work to pay substantial bills or significant bills after you're pregnant?
No,
No. Okay. And what part of the country are you in? North, south, east, or west?
I'm in the South.
Okay. So if you're going to be a stay-at-home wife with three kids, how much money would a man have to make to have a wife stay at home with three kids to support an upper middle class lifestyle? How much would he need to make annually?
590 pounds.
For North Carolina, I would say anywhere between 150 and 200,000.
Yeah, that's the South.
What part of North Carolina are you in?
I am in like the Gibsonville area.
All right.
It's a really
When I
small.
say upper middle class, what I mean is, would you want all three of the children to be able to go to college if they wanted to?
Yes,
Okay. Would you want them to have to take out student loans, or would you want to be able to pay for it?
I would want to be able to pay for that.
All right. So when the kids each turn 16, let's say you have, would you want them to have a car?
Yes,
Right. And I'm assuming you'd want that car to be clean, safe, reliable transportation.
of course. Yes.
So you ain't gonna get there on no $150,000 a year with a family of five.
Can't see more
You're
than
talking about a man who's making 300 some odd $1,000 plus. Because college for three children.
yeah. And that you doing a hack.
See, a lot of you young ladies don't really seem to understand how much money you're looking for a man to make.
Right. Well, I'm really thinking about like when I think of family planning, I look at like mutual funds, different things that you can invest in to prepare for college, not necessarily it coming completely out of pocket.
But
So,
ma'am,
but I definitely,
but that's still not
You
something you
feed your
plan
family
on
to find
paying
out
for.
where you getting the money to invest.
You plan on being, you want to be
I'm
a house.
sorry.
I mean, you want, and here's the thing. I'm not a big, here's the thing. I'm just trying to give clarity. Three children, each having a
Mhm.
car at 16 in college. To raise a child from 0 to 18 is $200,000 in this country. And you're talking about tacking on an additional $50,000 to $70,000 in
So
college bills.
yeah,
A man is going to have to make 300 plus $1,000, and I don't think a lot of you ladies get that.
it's a lot.
And I'm not trying. And what I'm trying to get you to understand is, if you want a man that makes that kind of money, what does he want? What kind of woman does he want?
He wants someone who's feminine, definitely. someone who takes care of their body and who's easy to get along with.
Okay.
So
That
you
comes standard. So how tall are you?
I am about 5'7",
Here we
five
go.
seven and a half.
Here we
Dress
go.
size?
My dress size is a 4.
Okay. How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
Here we go.
My last weigh-in, I think I was 170.
Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, there is no way on God's green earth you are a dress size 4.
Yo, on his
Maybe
green earth.
in real life. 170 pounds.
He come drop to a few down.
And why is that important?
Well, I mean, I have them in the closet. I think it just depends
No,
on
ma'am.
where
No,
you
ma'am.
get them.
Again, again, no
You
offense,
telling
but
me
professional image consultant who does this in the real world, 5'7" women, 170 pounds, you weigh more than a man.
That's tough. That's tough.
Well, I will honestly say the last dress that I bought, it was a size 4, and I got it
Well,
from them.
okay, ma'am, but again, you see what you just did there? I'm 51 years old and a professional in this. And instead of just saying, you're right, this, that, you're going to just, in your nice feminine voice, argue the point.
I'm waiting to the girth part.
Why?
I'm not arguing,
Yeah, you are.
but
Yeah, you are. You are. You're telling me, well, you're wrong, sir. I do have a dress size 4. Let's move on. See, okay. Um, were you raised with mom and dad?
yes,
And your mother and father were married?
yes,
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
yes,
She's
they
not
were married.
Are they still married?
with the girth of arms.
My father
Good
passed
stuff.
away.
Okay. All
Ain't
right.
got
Are
nothing.
you looking at YouTube or are you looking at me?
I'm looking at you.
Okay. Sorry to hear that, but I'm gonna tell you that from what I'm hearing, you have a nice demeanor right now, but the men making the kind of money you're talking about making don't want women that are 170 pounds.
At
The
least not
average
at
height
five
of an
foot seven.
American man is 5'9.5". He weighs 168 pounds. Again, you weigh more than a
Yeah,
man,
good for that. That's with muscle. So it's
and
accurate.
that is
That's
going to
pretty
affect
accurate, bro.
your mating options, your marriage options. Is this the first time you're hearing something like this?
Yes.
No, I've been listening to you for a while,
Okay.
and I just started Burn Boot Camp like 3 weeks ago. So I know I took a long break with this quarantine. I should not have done that, but
That's a
I'm
long game.
definitely in the gym every day, at least Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
It's a lot to talk about.
But
That's
one
a
of the
lot to
things that
dissect.
we have to be honest is black women have to stop. And I just got to say it, ma'am. Black women have to stop lying to themselves about their physical bodies. I know what a dress size 4 looks like. And I can tell just by the girth of your arms, you're like a 10.
What?
And you're too young to be this size.
That's my man. My man.
I had to mute the
This is
camera.
why
I mean,
it's
mute the
going to be
camera.
so.
The
Um,
girth of your
have you ever weighed more than you weigh now?
No,
All right. Well, let me just be honest, man. If I got to just be truthful, you're looking for an elite level man, and you're an average woman. And that's not an insult. Average shouldn't be an insult.
average is good. Below average is
Okay.
a problem.
hmm
This whole notion about not working, you will be working. 72% of mothers in this country have to work full or part time. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I've heard you say that before.
All right.
I honestly,
You go.
I went to school, so I don't have a problem with working. What I'm
You
saying
went to
is,
school,
after I had the
college?
baby, I
You went to
do,
college?
yeah.
And your degree
So
is in
I
what?
mean, I my degree. It's in social work.
Right. So you went to school. Do you have student loan debt?
There you go.
Yes, I do.
So what you're telling me is you went to school to go into debt
No, stop laughing.
to at the end to go to work
Dead.
to
Grind.
when you find a husband, just say, now you pay all that debt. It was
Charge.
useless then. Why go to college and get into all that debt if you're not going to use it?
No, that's what I'm saying. I want to use my degree. So my plan is, of course, structured around family planning when I get ready to have a child, to just have money saved up so that I'm able to pay that debt off,
You
because
pay that debt
I
off with
don't
whose
want to
money though?
with mine.
How? Ma'am, social work. You're not balling.
This is
You get married, get pregnant, you don't want to work anymore.
what you said.
There's no more money coming in from you. How you gonna pay off a debt?
Oh,
My lord.
How's that work?
I what I was saying was I wanted to plan for a family. So I'm planning on having money saved before I have the baby so that I'm able
Saving
to pay
who?
off.
Okay, ma'am. Saving. Okay.
How old is she since she was
25.
Saving whose
But that's
money?
the average age you get married, though. The average age you get married is 22 to 24.
My money kept
How much are you making right now?
No, that's when you lump in all the women, though. Not when you
right
put in money.
now. I make about $2,000 a month.
Lady, you're broke.
man.
That's $24,000 a year. You have to be living at home with mama or something. Okay, reality check time. You have no plan. And if you do have a plan, it's a bad one.
Dead.
You don't really seem to understand what you're saying doesn't make any sense. And how much is your student loan debt?
It's substantial.
How much is your
I'm
student
at
loan debt?
about 100K.
Get the cuffs out of here, man.
What?
$100,000 in student loan debt to be a social worker? Ain't nobody gonna marry that. So basically, what you're saying is you're 170 pound social worker with $100,000 in debt, and you expect somebody to marry you and allow you to stay at home and get what?
Get what?
Knocked up again.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? You're gonna save up some
Not when
money.
you
How you saving any money? You're living paycheck to
She
paycheck
you
right
better
now,
off just finding the average dude, a little bit above average dude who's been locked in.
right?
Yeah.
You got $100,000 in debt, social work,
well, honestly,
and then you die.
no. But
Okay.
that's only for
Are you paying? Do you have? Are you in a? You live with somebody? You have your own place.
I have my own place.
How much is your
And
rent?
$2,000
In North Carolina?
750.
How much?
750.
Say again.
750.
$750 against a $2,000 a month income. These numbers don't add up, ma'am.
I gotta
You are
click it
living
right here,
paycheck
bro.
to paycheck. Listen,
You just like
lady,
orange.
you're living.
Yeah.
Okay. Music.
Oh, hold on, y'all. Listen.
Alright. Remove this cuss. Oh my god.
Mute your computer. Here.
Oh my bad.
Y'all can hear us clear? Oh, I guess so. Okay.
Oh wait, no, I forgot I turned cuss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I? Yeah.
You gotta check to see if they saying that. Yeah, no.
Hey, y'all can hear up in here,
check
right?
two, check.
The audio good. Is it
Oh
echoing?
yeah, look like it's good.
Oh, okay. Look, the
He's
whole
comparing a human to cars,
the whole
value to value.
Yeah,
But
it's just a value. It's just a value to value thing.
Yeah.
He's just showing you how
you understand value.
Yeah,
it's not like you don't understand.
It's
value.
an analogy,
Yeah.
pretty much. It's a figurative analogy. First of all, she's 25, but that's the age. Like, okay, that's the age.
You should
like
be targeting with these.
The thing about it is, and I'm talking about all women. I'm not talking about the black women. The average age women get married is 22 to 24. Like fresh out of college.
Yeah.
Like your senior year.
All the Vietnamese people exactly like that.
Your senior year to roughly the first year you out of college. You most likely met your fiance or your husband in college.
Yep. Or family put y'all together.
For sure.
Depending on cultures.
He ate her ass up because of mentality. She has no idea about life and finances.
Which makes sense. She's 25 years old. So I take CJ's point. That's why she needs to have these conversations. Because if she wait till she's 40 and got 3 kids to get this conversation, it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Hey, but that's
the age group that's complaining about this. 40 years old, 35 to 40 years old with kids doing that.
That's the whole point of the show. Yeah. When you're 20, 25, 30, you ran up these charges on this credit card called life. And you're waiting until you're 40 to be like, oh, damn. Yeah. And remember, I ain't gotta come in with my shit together to even speak to you. So you got charges pending. Mine's already paid off.
Or maybe still you got some pending, but you're still responsible.
But I don't have as many pending, put it like that. No. We'll never have the equal amount. We'll never have the equal amount of charges coming in, right?
In most cases.
Right. And most likely these charges that I had to run up, I had to pay out almost instantly.
Mm-hmm. Or at least minimum payment.
Or minimum payment. Yeah, you gotta meet minimum payment.
And with no deferred, nothing.
No, for sure, bro. But check. That's why I say, bro, it's insane that women will literally run up thousands, tens of thousands to, as you saw, $100,000 worth of debt for a career that would literally pay you out probably at the peak 80 grand. And that's it. No,
I would love to look up the stats on social work to see, because to me that sounds like failing out a couple of times. 100,000 for social work.
That's not even a doctor.
Yeah,
that's not a doctor, lawyer,
MBA, none of that.
None of that. MBA, none of that. That's a social worker.
Is it really 100 grand for social work?
Why would she lie?
No, I ain't saying she lying on that. I'm saying, does it really? Is that really full curriculum, or did she?
But she's probably trying to get her doctorate.
Maybe so.
Your doctorate, you got to be in school like what, 12 years?
Yeah, so it's a good.
I think bachelor's is 4, bachelor's is 4, master's is 8, and doctorate is 12. Upon certain courses, I think majority of the courses it works that way. So, see, and the thing is, CJ, we will take you if you're dumb as a box of rocks, as long as you're willing to learn. Now it's the moment that you're dumb as a box of rocks and you're not trying to learn. You're saying, hey man, shit, this is what it is. Like shit, some nigga will accept me for me. If he really loved me, he'll be with me for me. No. What you're saying is, if he really loved me, he'll overlook all these bad decisions, all these bad choices, all this bad character I built up, and buy it.
The thing about accepting somebody,
buy the car that has
no value. The thing about accepting somebody as they are, we use this term. Most of the time, the people that I know that use this term know it came from like the church. Come in as you are. You got to be accepted as you are. I get that, but there is no expectancy for you to stay the same. People like accept me as I am, but you still have to change. Nobody's accepting you as you are with no expectation of you changing. You have to grow. You have to improve. You have to change.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not showing no improvement, accepting you as you are is still a liability. Accepting you as you are means, okay, I'm not at the best place I need to be right now, but improvement is coming. Same with dudes. That's why I say, you see a dude that has the right mentality. You see the effort. He's starting his businesses. He got his LLCs and his corporations in place. You see him watching and study. Yeah, that's the potential that you should date on. It's not the potential, oh, I see him with the car and the bling and all that. That could be drug money. That could be he rapes and robs. It could be insurance scam. It could be anything.
Okay. Now, and I'll stand corrected. Hey, when I get corrected, I'll definitely say it. So, upon further research from our analytical research department, aka Jermaine Monkey Man, what you saying? In 2021, the national median age of first marriage was about 29.2, which 30 for men and 28 for women. But
that makes sense. Okay.
I did say 18 or 19 to what? 28.
Mm-hmm. 18, yeah, you said 1928. Yeah. 1830 was too bad.
Well, I was saying your prime years. I say your prime years is 19 to 28.
Yeah.
Because 30 is when the eggs start drying up, and by 35, it's damn near a done deal. So I checked that out. That's called a child.
Yeah.
No doubt. But what is it when you know these things, or you should know these things, and you're 35 years old operating under the same actions that she is?
That's the ones that be going crazy because they see you're in competition with this 25-year-old.
You'll never beat them.
That's got
You'll never beat them.
You beating them is slim.
Right. When I say never, I'm using that.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But it's
greatly reduced.
I got something for you. You beating them is the exact equivalence of Sexy Red beating you in a rap contest right now. Ooh-wee. There we go. There we go. Might happen.
That's funny.
But you gotta be severely drunk, incoherent, blacked out, brain dead. Like you gotta be like a lot of your mental faculties literally have to shut down.
I'm smashed.
But yeah.
That's funny, Sexy Red.
That's the one.
That's the one from that video, huh?
Well,
yeah. Sexy Red.
Yeah. What you mean we talking about looks? What you said?
Not just looks, it's everything.
No, it's not just the looks department. Not dismissing it.
Looks tend to be the first thing that men catch. Across the room, you cannot see a woman's drive, her intellect, her college education. That's dumb to expect that. I'm not saying you're dumb. I'm saying that perspective doesn't even make sense. And a lot of people are like, why guys always go with looks? Because it's the first
thing we see.
We walk into a room and you look around to see who's in the room, what the room is, where the exits are, depending on if you're trained or not. You look around, the first thing you see something shapely, or you see contrast, light skin, dark hair. These things catch the eye. Right. And so looks are going to be the first thing that a guy looks over and says, that to an intellect is going to lead to, okay, all the simple off the rip surface stuff is taken care of. She got the look that I'm attracted to. Now we got to get into who she is. Yeah. Is she fit to raise my children if we have children?
Yeah.
If I walk over and say hi, what is she gonna say? So you go over and you begin the conversation, and she's like, "You're not even my type." Walk off. But looks are gonna be the first thing for a guy.
Always.
What's weird is it's the first thing for women, and looks is never gonna pay your bills and all that for a guy in most cases. You may have some male models or something like that, but in most cases, a guy's looks is impertinent. But women go, "Ooh, he got to be this tall. He got to be muscular. He got to be." Ain't gonna do nothing for him. For it.
Well,
and I get why. I'm just saying it don't make sense.
Well, then he say Ray Charles the blind and still cared about looks. That's funny as hell. Like, okay, this is the thing with that though. Like.
That is true. Beauty changes dumb as forever.
We graded on a 5-part scale. Rather you know it or not. Like, bro, there is a reason why I said what I said last Thursday. When I was like, bro, we observe your weight. We just not foolish enough to initiate that conversation. Because it'll never go right.
Yeah.
Like
it's a trap.
Like it's a trap. It's literally a trap. All right. Like only one of us get graded by their beauty and their modesty. A man don't get graded on his beauty and his modesty.
Because if he broke, you don't care how beautiful and modest.
Right. Like he could be.
Let's not play the game.
He could be motherfucking Michael B. Jordan, Tank. He could be Chris Brown. He could be whomever. But if he ain't got no money, he ain't. If his shit ain't together, It wouldn't matter how he looked. Remember, if his shit ain't together, we're not even getting past the initial approach to even see if you're worthy of all these other things.
Yeah.
To even see if he's worthy of all these other things.
And I take your point, CJ. I see what you're saying. Yes, in the video, he did say, an elite man, you will never get an elite man because of your weight. Yes, elite guys, if you're at the finish line waiting for the winner gets to choose whomever out of that group they want. You gotta compete, you gotta be in the top for that, or you gotta be his taste for him to pick you. So if you want a chance or a better chance and you don't have what they're looking for, you need to go find people that are looking for what you are.
And plus, isn't being overweight unhealthy anyway?
Well, that's what he's saying. You weigh as much as a man.
Why would we want to promote? Why would you want to promote something that's literally unhealthy?
Because it's an accountability issue.
And the thing is, like, I used to be one of those ones, like, oh my God, you know, maybe they're going through something and people eat when they're stressed out. Yeah. No, nigga, you have 100% control over what your body intakes.
I eat when I'm stressed out. Like, you still don't care if I'm fat.
Man, hold on, wait a minute, hold up, let me put some pivot in it. Like, man, let me find this, cuz. Oh, y'all better hope I don't find this one post. Hold on.
It sounds like it's gonna be a doozy.
What?
Ray Charles was blind and still cared about looks. That gun right. That boy was a wrist checking hostage. Let me shake your hand.
Cause think about this.
Your wrist is covering up your hand like a glove.
If I'm a man that has the value, that has the money, that means I got to pick of the litter with the women. Like,
so you're not gonna pick what you don't want.
Why would I pick someone that's height, weight, in proportionate when I can get 6?
Yeah.
I'll use the base number.
Just like most women don't want to date guys that are shorter than them. Preference.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Ooh,
and that's not all, of course.
Man, I might not find this cuz. But yo, something told me to be nasty when I
say that kind.
Wait. Oh, fuck. Rats. I ain't gonna be able to find it. At least not this week. But I'm sure gonna look for that mug. And it definitely
Can you speak on it?
It definitely fits to what it is we talking about. But I could speak on it, but you gotta see it. You gotta see it in order to get where it is I'm going with it. It's crazy, bro. It's maddening. But that's maddening. She was not a big girl. He was just saying she's a big elite man, right? But she saying what she was saying was that she was 100. She was what? What did you say? She was 170 pounds.
170 something. Yeah,
at 5'7" and wearing a dress size 4.
Yeah,
that's not possible.
That's that. If it is, that's
what he tell you, like, bro. I am literally an image consultant in real life. Like, that is my day job. Like, I am what you consider a professional. So I work with this shit all day long. So I'm more than qualified to tell somebody if their height, weight, and proportion. Yeah. Man, I promise you I ain't gonna find this. Because I'm gonna have to dig deeper than deep. And it's just one of the random posts I seen on my timeline, and I should have just shared that, cuz. But that's just the nature. That's just the nature of what it is. And the thing is, I get it. People say, well, hold on. I get it, bro. People say, well, there's men out there that do love big women. Yeah, them be the niggas.
But are they elite dudes?
No. The answer is no. And 9 times out of 10, look at these niggas. Would you wouldn't even date the man? Why you think? Dear, wait, that's her. Bro, I've been looking for that.
Her, like the singer, her?
No.
Oh, don't say her, the singer. I don't think no.
No. Man, if she had blue eyes, it's over. I ain't gonna bullshit. But yeah.
But if she left-handed though,
you stupid. You fucking stupid.
I don't know what them left-handed ones catch me.
Okay, look, I'm gonna scroll for like another 5 minutes, and if I can't find it, it is what it is. Well, not 5 minutes, but really 30 seconds. Watch when the show is over. I swear to God, I'm gonna find it.
Oh yeah, probably jump.
But now, okay, but back to the what
Google
we talking
gonna hear
about,
you and send it to you.
Like that's literally what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's no problem wanting the top guys, just like every dude want a fine woman. There's no problem with that. But if you want to be with someone, you have to truly evaluate where you are and what that type of person what type of person is looking for where you are. And even maybe even the potential of where you're trying to go. You can't just say because I want a Rolls Royce, I'm gonna have one. You're gonna have to put effort into being able to get a Rolls Royce. It ain't just gonna happen because you desire it. It's not how it works.
I ain't gonna lie, to answer your question, shit, if I was an elite man, I wouldn't be on this podcast. Or I put it like this podcast look a whole lot different.
Yeah, it wouldn't be in the
It'd be a whole lot different. But the thing is, and this is the kicker.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a statement.
This is the kicker though. And I might shock some of y'all draws with this. Okay, fuck this shit. I might shock some of y'all draws with this. All we're doing is circulating the same rules the women set in place a long time ago. See, that's the difference between a man and a woman. When we're at the disadvantage, we don't complain about it. We work until we become the advantage, until we get an advantage. And it's just when we get an advantage, we're not letting that advantage go because we had to work to get it. Yeah. Like, remember, y'all said a long time ago, broke boys don't deserve no respect. They don't deserve no pussy. And we said, fine. If that's true, that means when we get the value, you can't put a cap on how much pussy we get. That's why y'all say, well, y'all try to put caps on it by saying, well, a man that has multiple women ain't happy with himself. Bullshit. That's why
if you made him wait to get them,
that's why he have multiple women.
That's called the advantage.
Because he worked to get the value in order to even pull this type of shit off. Yeah. Because if this type of shit was normal, if you had 3 women, I had 3 women, Jermaine had 3 women, and Anthony had 3 women, Jared had 3 women, Terry had 3 women, Jim had 3 women, James had 3 women, Jonathan had 3 women.
Having 3 women would be average.
Having 3 women would be average, and being the man wouldn't be looked at so graciously.
It's special. Yeah.
These are the rules y'all set in place. And it's just now that we understand it, and a lot of more of us is reaching that point. I don't like it. Honestly, yo, between men and women, attraction is simply this. When you both like eyes and know within the first half a millisecond, you want to rip each other in shreds. You're not going to let each other know that, but both of you will do everything you can to keep things moving to get to that point. That's a good one. However, sex does not lock a damn thing down, especially men who actually get women. Your assets alone will not keep them around, especially if he has dick discipline, yo. It's a hell of a comment, bro. Like, he pretty much summed that shit up. I answered that already.
No.
I did.
No, I'm saying no.
No. No, I'm not dead ass. But I don't have to be elite to understand what it is that they're saying. Like, they're saying the same shit we're saying, just on a grander scale. Mm-hmm. It's just they got the, let's say, but being them actually comes at a cost. Mm-hmm. Because we can say whatever the fuck we want. You can't take shit from us. Mm-hmm. They can't say certain things. They'll take things from them. Remember, we're living in a time where a man that got value, he can't upset women, he can't upset the gays. Yeah. Because the second he does that, it's gone. Yeah. Did that just happen to the what I'm supposed to talk about the turkey leg up, people?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll get into that next week. Like I'm kind of like locked in on this.
Even if I had substantial money and all that, my elitism would not be the elitism that they're talking about here, because I don't carry myself that way. My objective is not to be the man. I don't care about that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I want somebody that I'm compatible with. Mm-hmm. I want children, so somebody that's willing to have children and can physically have children. And I want someone who is a helpmeet that plugs into what I do and makes the family better. All that other stuff, the flashy stuff, I've never cared about that. Meeting celebrities and stuff like that. Hey, what's going on? Nice to meet you. I've never been, let me get an autograph. I'm going to sell that on. It's never been that. Yeah. Elite is it can be a very poisonous mindset for the elite and for the people who think they're elite. Because look at the people we put in the steam in the rap game and stuff like that. And then your children model themselves after that. And then what happened? Who was that? It was one kid. He had just got in the rap game, did a picture with a gun, got killed, just like that.
Yeah, it had to be some Chicago nigga.
I have no idea.
But
I remember we talked about it.
But that's the thing though. Like if you're comparing yourself to a celebrity trying to be on a celebrity status, like you got to understand the life they live is way different than the average.
Can't just go to the grocery store. You can't just
see what we're talking about. We're talking about the bank CEO or bank vice president or your everyday nigga. Well, I shouldn't say every day, but the guy that has the 9 to 5, but he makes 100,000 a year or 300, 350, or so on and so forth. Like, cause like I said, rappers, entertainers, ball players, they play by a whole separate set of rules, and y'all see how that's working out in real time.
Well, you saw the internet celebrity lady go out there, and none of the people took the picture. But then all like the Hollywood people walked by, they took all the pictures. She had to loop back around. They still didn't take her picture. Then they didn't really care about her internet status. It's crazy.
Hold on, let me get that up here. So the message is for the women that wants a man to marry and take care of her, but she has depth, body's fat and average, so she has no chance. No, wait, okay. We're not saying you have no chance. It's just you wanting.
With an elite guy, you have slim to no chance, because that's not what they want. Like, you can't make them want that. And then I really have a problem with the take care of. I'm hoping that means.
And you can't do that because now this happens. Bro, women already, bro, when they don't understand the dude, the first thing they try to do is go after their sexuality. Like,
shame,
bro,
insults, guilt.
Everything. Like, if a man is not speaking a certain type of language, if he's not moving a certain type of way, it's automatically deemed gay. Like, that's freaking weird.
You can call him whatever you want, still single. I mean, it does not change the perspective.
But the thing is, bro, nothing is 100%. Like I keep saying that. Nothing is 100%. There's always exceptions. But the problem is when everybody believes they're gonna be the exception. If everybody ends up being the exception, it's no longer the exception. It's called the norm.
They're the average. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you are now the average. It's a lie. Like, bro, I cannot emphasize this enough. Remember, I have to go create my value. Like, I have to go out here and work for every piece of value that I have in this country. So if I'm going to work, put in the hard work, determination, perseverance, all that shit
I'm not gonna take the
to become a 6-figure earner, 7-figure earner, whatever. Do you really think I'm going to take a woman that's out of shape? That's not trying. All right. See, and if you're trying to get in shape, that's different. But trying and doing is two different things.
Yeah.
Like,
you're competing with the ones that are already in shape.
That's just like the whole working on myself thing. It's like, bro, okay, working on yourself is cool. That's great. I'll never tell nobody not to. But that's only 30% of the job. And then it never ends.
You should always be working.
Because the second you stop working on yourself, they get off the impression that you're what?
You're either perfect or you're done working. You don't care no more.
So how long does I'm working on myself excuse ride? Just like the whole, this is my body. You can have that, but this is what you're gonna get. Like,
that's the point of the perspective. It fit where you want in it, but you can't tell somebody what they have to desire.
These are the things you're up against whenever you look for this quote unquote elite man.
Yeah, that was the point of this video.
And yes, definitely the point of the video.
The elite man.
And the thing is, like,
because the average guy, she looked cute. When I first saw her, I was like, the only thing that would have stopped me was the college debt. I'd have been like $100,000 for social work, and you don't want to work once you get pregnant.
That's more than a Range Rover. Imagine, bro. Imagine a nigga. Imagine me, right? Imagine me fresh out of college. I come up to a chick and be like, "Yo, I want to start this family. I want to hold it down. I'm do all this other shit." By the way, I got like $100,000 worth of school debt. And you see what Joe Biden did?
Yeah.
Joe Biden said, "Yeah, we're gonna prove this." The House said, No, we needs that.
We a debt-based nation.
We need every piece of that. So I'm on the hook for every piece of this 100,000.
The game is what? Not what?
The game is to be sold, not told, but it's hard to control with cash fold like paper bags.
You're gonna pay that college debt.
You're gonna pay that college debt.
You're gonna get in the game, you're gonna pay for it.
On me.
But no, it's crazy because now forget it.
No, man, don't do that. It's crazy because what?
No. I'm yeah.
No, man. You can't that. You gotta give me some cuz.
No, because I thought about two thoughts at the same time.
Okay, give me one of them then.
Nah.
You can't give me none of them?
Maybe in a little bit.
That's tough.
Just ain't gonna leave you hanging.
Hold
on for the
oh man, I can't hold on. I can't hold on no more. I can't hold on no more than what I'm already doing. And okay, my other big thing was, I'm trying to get him to say it. Like, cause I feel like it's good. But my boy don't wanna what's his name? Oh shit. My bad. Unfortunately, I've heard more of that from black women and the chicks that's hanging around that have the same mentality. Funny you say that. Oh
man, it is so much programming that has been dumped into the black community that there are schemes on top of schemes on top of schemes. It turned out not too long ago, the black men again were at the top of the list of being dang near terrorists. Watch out, black men are crazy. They abuse their women. They hate black women. They hate everybody, and they mean, and they slash tires and kick over dumpsters. And then women from other cultures start getting around the black guys and start going, these guys ain't that bad. They ain't that bad at all. Black men can go anywhere in the world and find a mate, just about any culture. Can't be that bad.
That's why I be saying like certain things is literally exclusive. It is black women exclusively put that tag on black men.
And it's programming. And that's why I always talk about the mentality, man. If we get back to family, forget this bootleg terminology. Like I'm really on this settled word. My objective in 2024 is to tear up all this term using settle means you got the short end of the stick. Settle means you have agreed on the terms. It is settled.
It is
so if you settled with a garbage nigga, that's what you agreed to. Settled is not, he was just so bad and I just said, well, I'm just gonna do it. No, settled means you looked at the contract and say, yeah, these terms are okay. It's settled.
To quote the great white urban philosopher Jane Elliott, and if you up on Black history and the civil rights movement, you should know who Jane Elliott is. She said racism, and I'm gonna use racism, what she said about racism. She said racism is a learned behavior.
Absolutely.
Any learned behavior you can unlearn.
Yeah, absolutely.
So any programming you can unprogram.
Absolutely.
But do you want to? Because guess what's going to happen? Guess what comes with that unprogramming? Accountability.
Responsibility. Yep. Accountability is the
See, and that's why I say.
Absolutely.
In order for us to fix the problem, we have to address what the problem is in mass. See, and when it comes to relationships, whether you don't want to hear this or not, the men aren't leaving in mass. It's the women. That's why I asked you. I said, hey, if women was not financially compensated, I'm talking about alimony, gone. Child support, gone.
Government assistance,
gone.
Family helping,
all that gone. Well, let's say like what you what's that shit called? Oh, with Thanos, the Avengers. Like let's say we Thanos snap that boom, it's gone. Don't exist. Do you think the women will stay?
Economically, they'd have to.
You would have to.
Right now, they should stay because look at what's happening with single mothers now. They ended up on the street, and Kevin Samuel said that 2019, 2020.
So what are we saying is a part of the problem? Well, first you got to address the people that leaves in mass. And if 50%, I'm sorry, if 51% of marriages ends in divorce, and 80% of that 51% was initiated by women, who's leaving?
That puts us at a 9% success rate, well, the females. Because if 25% in a lifetime, 51% would be about 12.8, something like that. somewhere right now. I'm not doing all that in my head like that. 12.8, and then you take that percentage of that puts you at about 9% of success. That's horrible.
The individuals that with the problem with us speaking on it are okay with the problem persisting because they stand to benefit. Those, well, at least they think they benefit. Those individuals don't think they're the problem.
But it's and that's true. That's the whole point, bro. I'm telling you, it's so sad because we're seeing it happen. I see families, and when I say families, I don't mean the husband, the wife, and the kids out on the street. I'm talking about the wife or this lady and her kids on the side of the freeway or under a bridge or whatever. Go over to like I don't know what those extended stays are. I don't know who.
American Inn and Suites.
American Inn. Okay, then you go over there and you see how many single mothers staying in that stuff, man. What is it gonna take for you to say all this pride I got? I can't. It's got to be my way. This just how I am. Well, ain't nobody gonna tell me this. I don't want to be no slave. What's his name? Mister is not gonna let me cut him shaving. All this stuff. When is that gonna break in your mind and you realize I'd rather have a roof over my children's head than to just be the boss?
Mm-hmm.
Is you being the boss really so important when your children have to? You're willing to destroy their lives.
Are you willing to take a hit like a boss though?
No.
That's the point. Like that goes back to what I was saying earlier though. It's like you want to play the game like a dude. You want to play the game like a dude. You want to receive the benefits of the dude, but you don't want to take the hit. Like that's crazy. You can't. All right, I tell people. All right, my sports people out there. I tell people all the time. I say, you want to play quarterback? That's fine. But guess what? What happens with the quarterback? Yeah. At the end of the game, who gets interviewed? Yeah. The head coach, the quarterback. Yeah. Because guess what? When we win, it's because of the quarterback. So that means by proxy, when we lose, who we gotta be by? Yeah. There's literally a stat that says quarterback wins. Yeah. Your quarterback can come in the game and throw one pass, hand the ball off for the rest of the game, and he get the stat quarterback win. Why? He did not contribute to this win.
Because he's considered the leader of the team.
The boss. Yeah. The on-the-field boss. Yeah. All right. The average elite man that y'all talking about, I gotta stop you right there. There's no such thing as average and elite.
Yeah, I know.
You can't put average and elite in the same conversation. That is literally an oxymoron. So that kind of throws the whole comment off, but I'll read it anyway. The average elite man that y'all talking about is mentality unstable and uses the money and material things as control and manipulation. Stop right there.
But wait, check it. If you tell the average guy that's not elite, you don't have a chance with me or any of the women I roll with until you come up here.
Until you come here.
Why, when I get up there, I can't use my elite status to manipulate you and you set the rule?
Check me out. I just said that.
I know you did. That's why I'm talking about it.
I'm like, bro, if we already agree,
y'all
set this in motion years ago. Y'all said a man that does not have his finances together, you don't have, like, that's majority of the battle. We get the mental comes with it and everything else, but the basis is the money he makes or the potential money that he can earn. That's why I gave the scenario. Whenever I give the scenario, I say, hey, man that makes $30,000 a year. He don't want to make no more. There's no potential to make no more.
Most
He's
staying
right here.
Nope.
Will you date him? What answer do I get?
After 15 minutes of going around the circle, ultimately, he ain't trying to do nothing.
Ultimately, their answer is no.
Absolutely.
Why is it no? Because that means if this happens or if this happens, he ain't gonna be able to do that, this, that, and the third. Okay, great. So if we accept that, that means once I work to become the vice president of Microsoft, which means I'm possibly making nothing less than $500,000 a year. You can't control what it is I got because, bro, money rules the world.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This standard set, it is programming. It is set up so, okay, I'm down here, but you got to be up here to get me. But then when you get up here, your standard is up here, so you got to be up here for me to get with you. It sets us in opposition. It's a guaranteed fail every time.
Every time.
That's why Kevin Samuels say, if you're an average woman, why is an average man not good enough for you? Average dudes are looking for average women. We want the hot chick. But you think I'm just going to walk into an elite place with all these gorgeous women and they're going to say, oh, look at short, dark-skinned, chubby dude. He's got to be the one. Okay. Nigga, it ain't happening.
Well, let's ask this question then. If it's money manipulation, and all this other stuff. Well, how come whenever you divorce me, you get my money that's manipulating you?
Because that's part of the.
No, don't take this money with you. It's manipulation. It's manipulation on this money. So when you leave, you should get nothing, right? It's blood on this money.
Got me accustomed to a lifestyle I would have never been used to. But
it's blood on this money now. So why should you take some of it when you leave me?
It's part of the separation, man. It's programmed. Remember when you first said you want to do this show, I said I don't want to do this because I hate this subject, because it's going to be stupid people doing stupid things in perpetuity, because people do not want to take responsibility. They will not discipline themselves. It doesn't make it. If you know the Bible say study to show yourself approved as a Christian, and you don't have Bible study at the house, if you won't do it for God, you ain't gonna do it for nobody else. Your kids, you, nobody. So
I was talking about the women that actually do that. Again, I say this conversation is one-sided. Well, because the reason why it might seem one-sided is because we already understand as a man, you got to come with these things. Like, I don't have to keep beating the dude over the head. Like, hey, bro, you got to go get you a good job.
Well,
hey,
you said it at least 3 times.
I said it at least 3 or 4, 5, 6 times. Like, because this is the rules the women started.
Yes.
You
must be this tall to ride this ride.
Right. You know how many women look at me and be like,
you too short.
Man, you look, you cute, but you short.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do nothing with that.
Yeah. Hey, you can't get taller?
I can't get taller.
No improvement there.
See. And it's crazy. That, like, bro, I'm gonna give you an exact example. If I was 30 years old, same age I am now, no job, not trying to get a job, like I'm not even looking at an application, I ain't doing none of that shit. Not updating no resumes, I ain't doing nothing that. I just want to sit at Lottie's house. I want to smoke weed all day, play the game. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, hey, a woman should accept me for who I am right now.
You'll be all over the internet talking about it. You become a meme.
What's going to happen?
You ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting no play. You ain't getting nothing.
You ain't getting no cutty. You know what that nigga else say? ATLs ain't no tickets, no skates. It ain't happening. It's not happening. It ain't happening none whatsoever. Zero, zilch, not one single iota. That's why I say, running up charges on that card. Mm-hmm. I have to pay that debt immediately. Life will force me to pay that debt immediately.
And you can want to find woman all you want.
And you can want that. You can want their ass right. You can want their ass right there at the Star Hope. Yep. You can want their ass right there on the 59 at Charters. You can want them right there outside the GRB. Are you gonna get them? No.
Slim chance.
The Bible says faith without
works
is dead. Completely dead. Super
Paul said,
dead.
I will show you my faith by my works.
And remember that conversation of overcompensating.
Yeah, so you got to bring more to the table.
Since most women would disqualify me because of my height, that means I have to overcompensate that with what?
Game something. There has to be something else.
And what's the one thing that's always gonna go? Money.
Oh,
money, bro. Do you think more girls will turn me down or less girls will turn me down if I make $500,000 a year?
Yeah, you can just show up in a Lambo. They don't have to know how much you make.
What?
And it gives the impression that
it's going. Yeah. It's going. Because why? The women are most impressionable.
Yeah. Well, it's not that. That's what they desire. But see, that has been
it's impression, though, ain't it? It's impressionable.
Well, not in that perspective, but yes, it is. Okay. But it was, dang, you made me.
My bad, bro.
No. Because I was thinking I went from creative to analytical.
Sorry.
Shoot. Okay, I'm dropped that one too.
No.
Man, I lost.
Drop. I'm about to kick your ass off the pedal. What you saying?
He's done. Get him out of here.
Y'all talk about the women that actually do that. So again, I'll say this in the comments. But that's the majority of outcomes. Because think about it. If that wasn't the majority of the women's perspective, that means the women with the opposite perspective will be what? At the forefront. Yeah. They'll be the norm. They'll be the majority. Yeah. They'll be the average.
Average is usually the majority. Yeah. Almost always.
Like, bro, this is simple math here. It's just it's just different when it get presented this way.
I will say this then, because there are a lot of women that give kickback.
Right.
If you don't agree, y'all need to get together, and them other ones that are promoting this side that you don't agree with, y'all need to start talking to them. Because when dudes say it's y'all being aggressive as one side. But so women do it. Because it used to be the grandmothers would tell you you're fasting, you're smelling yourself. Who telling them that now? Grandma in the nightclub with the girl.
No bullshit.
So what we doing? Where is the opposition? The opposition has started. A lot of men thought this way, but it took Kevin Samuel and people like that for guys to get the courage to start speaking out, because guys would do that and women would tear them up. If you ever been in a crowd and there's been 4 or 5 women and 1 dude or 2 dudes, you know how y'all get when y'all get together. He don't stand a chance.
All I got to say is this. Okay, if this is if the women that's doing, like you said, if the women that's doing is so bad, it requires you to call it out. But it would require you though to go against the grain.
Go against the grain.
But they don't want to because remember,
you know what a boss chick is?
Man,
probably going against the grain.
Man, check. When you go against the grain, that means you'll have to stand out and you'll have to take the punishment that comes with going against the grain. Remember, speaking your mind comes at a cost.
Absolutely.
But you're not willing to pay that cost.
I know.
You're not willing to pay that cost, though. We're willing to pay that cost because we understand this is the reality. This is the world. This is the way the world works. If I'm fucking up, you're going to be honest with me and be like, hey, bro.
If I don't care nothing about you,
then it is what it is. But we've been doing that for the longest. Oh, well, that ain't my business.
That's just
whatever they do. Whatever they do is what they do. But then we're wondering why the fuck we're in this same state. And again, to the women that disagree, majority of y'all have sons. What is your son going to have to deal with? Oh, he ain't finna bring no girl home like that. How do you know? How do you know?
He got to play the same game.
He got to play the same game
making us play.
He got to play the same game that you're making us play. Yeah. He's gonna have to adapt it the exact same way, unless he can go take the Darius Palmer and Keke Palmer route. How's that working out? How's it working out? Ain't work out too good, and I did it.
Bruh.
You can take the Lori Harvey approach with your daughter. How's that working out?
Yo, I saw a post. No, we can talk about that.
Yeah, they bring it up for sure. They done. Dunzo.
What about the other thing?
What is the other thing?
I can't talk about it now. Just remind me about that, because I don't know if that can. Okay.
If you're making $500,000 a year per year, the amount of ass you're gonna be tapping will be astronomical.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
If that's who you are, absolutely.
Astronomical. That ain't Andrea stupid. But it's like asking us to stand up but cutting us off at the knees. Mm-hmm. That's why I say, okay, I don't put myself out there a little bit. That's why I don't do that whole phone check shit within a relationship.
Check me and let me see your phone.
Think about it for a second.
What's phone check stuff? Let me see your phone.
Let me see your phone.
Go through.
And we know what guys, when your girl asks for the phone, you know what the fuck is going on. Screens, check. Fuck you saying? You getting checked. If we're gonna play a game, right, to where I lose on both sides of the scenario, why would I even play the game? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna say, well, a broke nigga can't get shit, okay, great, because he can't provide, he can't lead, he can't protect, can't do shit if he ain't got no money. Okay. So now when he makes the money, all of a sudden there's manipulation because you can't do what you want to do. This money got restrictions on it. This money, hey, there's consequences on this money. Fuck you saying. So now that there's all of that, because remember, I got to keep certain shit a certain way to keep getting this money. Because remember, if you do some crazy shit, that could definitely affect me and my money. Absolutely. Shit. A single allegation could affect me and my money.
Absolutely.
So consequences have to be set on this money. And remember, when you didn't work for it, you don't really care that much about it. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So now that I've done all these things, I checked all these boxes, I'm leading properly. Because remember, I gotta protect the money because that's what funds the household. So now you're saying, well, it's this, is that. That's essentially cutting me off at the knees. Mm-hmm. So which way do I win?
You don't.
I got to. I have to.
You have to win?
I have to.
How you gonna win?
It gotta be some way.
In that same relationship, or in another one?
I bet y'all won't get that same shit in another one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why.
But that's why we're going overseas.
Yeah.
Because they understand. They understand. They understand because they've been born. They've been raised in that family tradition. Nigga.
That's what I'm saying, man. Bro, how many? I don't know how many times. If we get back to family oriented, it ain't about the way you feel or your desire and all of that stuff changes. What's good for the family?
That's why I say, bro, once you start having children,
that is true, parents.
It is not about what's best for you.
Yeah, and how you feel.
It's about what's best for them. But when we start doing this, well, he ain't making me happy. So
yeah, your happiness is your responsibility.
Your responsibility.
It's nobody else's responsibility.
And you never put your happiness over the children's happiness.
Yeah,
that's all.
But did you see what he said though?
Who is he?
Wasn't it Paris?
Yeah, he said astronomical.
No, the woman.
Oh, he said we'll give a broke woman the motherfucking world if we can, or die trying.
Have you heard the scenario? Got her into a lifestyle that she's accustomed to. You found her over in Acres home. You got her used to the River Oaks life, and now she want to leave, and you got to alimony and do all that because you got her accustomed to living in River Oaks, but you have to keep up that.
Yeah, Kobe by the pay. You ever heard another Drake lyric? Kobe by the pay 150 M's. Kobe, my nigga, I hate it had to be him. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. He married his wife when she was 17. She didn't take not a single jump shot for the LA Lakers. But when he cheated, and he did cheat, because he brought her a $2 million ring and she stayed. But nonetheless, when he cheated,
he mitigated.
When he cheated, man was about to have to pay $100,000 a month in child support. You think it take $100,000 to raise a kid?
No, of course not. It's called punishment.
But you said you agreed. For better, for worse, sickness and health. Mm-hmm. Now, the only excuse is if you're getting the beating on me. The physical violence gotta go.
Oh, and I ain't gonna lie, cheating is my out the door too.
That can turn life or death.
My
cheating, and you created an outside child. Yes,
I don't care if you created an outside child or not. You can create outside messed up bed sheets. I'm back.
So it ain't better for worse. Then it's for better or for worse up until you cheat.
Well,
technically,
from an adultery standpoint, because I had this conversation at the job.
I'm talking about it.
You have two types of marriage. You have the one God established, which is covenant marriage.
Right.
And then you have the one that we play with, contractual marriage.
I thought you were going to say, what Ray always talking about.
Oh, yeah.
What did he say?
Some sponsorships.
Fuck. Huh? Oh, man. Common law.
Common law. Yeah, he do talk about common law. Common laws, 9 times out of 10 lead to that contractual marriage, meaning we agreed on this. It's how we feel at the time, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. I got a lot of money. You fine. As long as you stay fine, you got access to my money. Yeah. As long as I got money, I get access to your fine and your body. That type of shit.
Yeah.
Covenant marriage, the way God set it up. And I think we talked about that on Jermaine's show last week. When the woman got married to the husband, they were the only ones that each other knew. So when he had sex with her and consummated that marriage, he broke that seal, the hymen, and there was blood.
That's when you pop the cherry. That's when you pop the cherry on virgin.
That covenant was sealed in blood. God don't play with that. That's why he said, even if you decide to run off, anybody you sleep with is in adultery. Anybody you with is in adultery, and so are you, in perpetuity till that person dies, because death can break the contract.
So death do his part. Yeah.
Right. Other than that, you still tied. You still in covenant right there. We don't have that no more. Girls getting the sweet 16 already got kids. We don't have that no more. So what are we doing? Contract law. Oh, we good right now. I'll sign this. You do the whole thing in front of everybody. They clap. They have fun. Drink up all the liquor. And then 6 months later, oh, I'm not happy. I'm out of here. We are never going to do it if we don't do it the way God set it up. We're not going to get what we expect out of it that He said we should expect. 1, 2, we got this mentality that it's about us and how we feel and what we're going to get out of it, and is it going to be cool, and today is great and tomorrow's the sex is good, or the blah blah. None of that is family oriented. It's all selfishness, and He said you're going to become lovers of yourself, all that other stuff. We are just in a mentality now where family just doesn't matter. It's about how I feel, what I can get out of stuff.
Let's go back to what Jermaine said, programming.
That exactly.
You took God, you took you took God out at least thoroughly, and you picked them up. You went from having God full time to having him part time. And seasonally. Let me put it like that. I'll do worse than part time. Because part time, you got a job throughout the whole year, seasonally, which means you only want it when you want financial gain. You only want it when you want him to play matchmaker. You only want it when you want that new apartment or that new car or that new house or that new job. But you never want him when everything is all good.
You never want the submission part. That's the part. Nobody wants to submit. Nobody wants to submit. I want to do it my way, all the way through.
Everybody thinks Frank Sinatra. Huh?
Look at the preachers. A lot of them have gone to, God, I want to bless you. God's gonna make you millionaire. Put 1,000 in, and God's gonna turn that 1,000 into 10,000.
Sow a seed.
Sow a seed.
Yeah.
Sow a seed. Sow a seed. But the parable of sowing seed, it said everywhere the guy went, he sowed seed. It was indiscriminate. There's a difference between farming and sowing.
Oh.
Farmers have to know their seasons. They got to know what the crop is and how it's going to come in, when they need to reap and all that. Mm-hmm. But if you're sowing, you have good seed. You have a lot of it everywhere you go to seed. That's why I said some fell on this type of ground. Some fell on this type of ground. We ain't sowing seed. We just doing stuff. Make it up as we go. I'm sorry.
No. Hey, you on the road, baby. Let me not get in your way. All right. So my boy Andrea say some women set the standard that a man should make 6 figures to qualify. See, that's not some do. That's the majority.
It is
because that's the way they've been programmed, and that's what we're talking about. It's the majority. Life is about probabilities. Life is one big game of probability. Like I use the example all the time, bro. Like we all know the feds have a 97% conviction rate, right?
Yeah.
Your neighbor pisses you off because he makes too much noise. Why don't you go next door and kill him?
Because that 97% conviction rate is knocking on that door with
right. Do you sit here and say, well, damn, that 3%, the Vince McMahons of the world, the Donald Trumps of the world.
Somebody used that and I just looked at them.
Yeah. Like, well, they beat the U.S. government, so I could beat them too.
Bro.
Yeah, but you ain't got that. Anyway.
You can't even do 2 months of court without going broke.
Anything less is considered broke. I know men who make less than 6 figures and still provide.
I knew a dude whose wife walked out on him. He was a security officer and provided for 5, 6 kids.
But why not change the narrative and hold everybody on the level of some shit together? See, but this is the thing though, CJ. Y'all gotta do it. The women gotta do it. We can't do it because y'all don't listen to us.
Yeah.
Well, because look, this show is a prime example. When we're and Kevin Samuels show was the literal example.
Man.
When we're giving it to you from a man's perspective,
it ain't right.
It ain't right. It ain't this. Well, y'all that. Y'all saying it like this. Y'all make us feel like that. Okay, well, let's get somebody that speak the language of the natives. That's the women. But guess what? That's gonna go back to what we was talking about earlier. Where the woman's gonna have to go against the grain. Yep. Who's gonna stand out there and take that punishment though?
Nope.
I can't stand the rain. Yeah, against my window. I'm just saying. See, that's the thing.
Who got the keys?
Us niggas, we don't give a damn. Like, we already know what it is. The real gonna rock with it, the fake gonna fold.
Man.
And we'll take whatever come our way.
Boys got passport.
But the women, you don't want that. Because remember, you care about your feelings, your emotions, the way things look. So
kids out on the street behind that same mentality.
So yeah,
nobody gonna tell me what to
do. That's the only way. That's the only way we're gonna be able. Okay, or this. Black men just stop dating you completely. Either we say, you know what, fuck it, we pack up, we do like Bud Adams. The women don't want to build us a new stadium in over there by Reliant. We're gonna pack up and move to Tennessee. That's what we gotta do. Like it's literally the only option left. Like that's why I say, well, look at that man. He dating a white woman, blah, 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 blah. But I bet you he gave a black woman a chance first.
Oh, yeah. We don't.
We always shoot from home first. Man. You always play with the home team first until you're forced to go away.
And you can't tell me black men don't love these black females. We wouldn't be doing this type of stuff taking the time if I didn't care. I'd just go on and get something else.
And that's the difference between Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit. Yeah, see, Fresh and Fit was fitted to all women of the modern variety.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying, like, we can't save our generation. Like, they speaking to the young ones, to the people that we gonna have to ship into shape and target them. See, Kevin Samuels spoke specifically for black people.
Yeah.
That's why he said my three reference points: the CDC, Department of Labor and Statistics, black statistics for black people on blackstatistics.com.
Mm-hmm.
Black statistics for black people by black people. Those three sources was inciting frames. Just saying.
If black men didn't care and hate black women, we wouldn't take the time. I promise you. I love our sisters, all varieties of them.
And that's the thing, like, bro, I have 4 daughters. I have 2 nieces.
You better care.
I have 2 nieces. I have 2 sisters. Well, 3 sisters, 4 sisters technically, if you count my daddy's side too. So, and I have a mother, a grandmother, aunts, cousins.
They did their thing.
Right. Basically,
but I know what you mean.
Basically, bro, like it's preposterous for me for people to say, well, you don't like black women.
Yeah.
Like, I had kids by a black woman. Like, what are you saying? Like, I shoot for the home team first. Shit. All right, keep scrolling. So parents say, because who is to say when you're ready but you could be broke as fuck and meet that special person and your life could change for the better just by their presence. See, that's that Disney fairy tale shit right there. Like,
if she is your helpmate, that's what's supposed to happen.
But the odds and the likelihood of you finding that, absolutely. I'm saying if you could be broke as fuck and meet that special person, I assume because that's kind of vague. I'm just gonna assume you talking about a man could be broke as fuck, because a woman could definitely be broke as fuck and meet that special person.
She a 10 and she working at
it happens.
Celebration Station and they closed down. She can still be.
That's funny as hell. You could be on the rise of success, and the person you meet and start dating can be the main reason you fall.
Happens all the time.
That's exactly why the rich niggas go after the broke unknowns, because other rich knowns
targeting there
don't come with this, that, and all of the above.
Did you see a video? It was a black woman. I'm not sure if it was what's her name, but she was saying how kings make queens, but queens destroy kings. Or queens can't make the king, but they can tear a king down or something like that. I might be misquoting it. I don't want to hear nothing.
Was it like this? A king will take. Well, I know this is one. This might not be that one, but I know this is one. A king can take a peasant and make her a queen, but a queen would never look a peasant's way. That's one.
Okay.
And
I've heard that. Okay.
I've also the whole a king doesn't necessarily have to have a queen to run the empire.
Mm-hmm.
But a queen cannot be a queen without a king unless it's through birth. Meaning your mother was the queen.
Yeah. And I've heard of that in the older empires. Yeah.
So.
But no, it wasn't either of those, but I know I've heard the first one.
Damn, I need to hear about that one you was talking about there. That's crazy.
I probably sent it. But we sent like 16.
About 6,000 videos a day. All right, but let me read this. Parents broke and working towards a goal, and broke and doing nothing is the answer to that, because broke can be all bills paid, but working on a savings.
Broke is a mentality. I don't really like that term broke, because to me, broke is a mentality. I've had no money and never was broke.
Yeah, if you got great credit, shit, you ain't got no physical dollars, that ain't broke. Technically.
Broke, you can have, I know people who have 4,000 coming in every 2 weeks and they broke. It's a mentality. You can't say that ain't a lot of money. 8,000 a month.
Damn.
Yeah. We talking about significant money.
8,000 a month. Well, that's about 96,000 a year.
Come on now, bro.
Before taxes.
You know why? Because they don't know what to do with it.
Financial literacy. Like, bro,
that's know how many mentality.
People, all right, bro. You know how many people that I know that sell drugs? Okay, that's a lot of people. You know how many people I know sell drugs, and they literally been selling drugs all the years I met them, and meaning their lifestyle's not changing. They're literally doing the exact same shit.
Didn't Zero say that if your hustle the same as it was in 96?
Like, we used to say that. That was the thing about one of the homies. It's like, bro, you've been selling dope ever since I met you. And I met you when I was like fucking 12, 11.
I was a pup.
I was a pup, cuz like I'm 30 now. And you're literally doing the same shit, touching the same money, serving the same things. No type of involvement in the hustle. See, I always say, bro, if you're gonna hustle, remember the hustle has to evolve, or the hustler ends up being the hustled. And that's how that shit goes. Okay, but if you're in either position, do you feel like you're ready to be in a relationship because you're either broke and working towards goals, or broke because you paid all the bills and working on the savings? I'm telling you right now, can't no nigga come to no woman talking about, hey man, I make just enough money to pay my bills and put a little bit in the savings. How you think that conversation gonna go?
If you only got a little bit to put in savings, you'll probably never have enough in savings to invest, which is a sad thing because most people think investment means, oh, I'll take $1,000 and then I'll put it in the savings account. I'm gonna gain interest. No, I had 10,000 in this. I had 20,000 in the bank, 10,000 in savings, and I gained like maybe $10.
I'm crying.
Yeah, it's nonsense. They don't. That's not designed for you to come up. Never has been. They take your money and put it with all these other people's money, and they make millions. And they gave you $10 out of it.
That's tough.
It's nonsense. True investment requires.
Mike, men still have to do their part. What? Men still have to do their past. Oh, I guess she's saying their part. Because what does the word say about the man, his role in the family? Well, but that's the thing.
What does it say?
I don't have to keep regurgitating that because we already know that. Like, if you created a family, this should be the what should be understood shouldn't have to be explained. Like, family, wife, husband, children. I'm not talking about your boyfriend, boyfriend and girlfriend, your baby daddy, baby mama. No.
He ain't obligated to
family is husband, wife, children. And if the man can't provide for his family, why the hell did you make him a father? Why the hell did you agree to be his wife? Because remember, you accepted his proposal of what the relationship is. If it's a dud now, well, I shouldn't say that. Because just because it's a dud now, that don't mean it won't be a dud later.
Yeah.
But I'll say this though. Up until the point that he asks you to be his wife, you're under evaluation, just like he's under evaluation. If you don't see that man being your husband, you damn sure shouldn't see that nigga being your baby daddy.
I wish it was that simple.
I wish it was.
How many interviews have they said, yeah, I'll make a child with him, but I don't want to marry him.
He's good enough to have a kid with, but that marriage shit, nah. What the fuck? It's living backwards.
Man.
Like, yeah, you most definitely have to. But see that. If you're not doing your part as a man, you're running up charges on that credit card. And remember what we said.
It ain't gonna take long. That bill.
It ain't gonna take long for that bill due for a dude. Because remember, you don't have nobody coming to save you. There's no presidency that's gonna grant you a bailout plan. Only small businesses get bailout plans.
You better be tied to the right people.
But
yeah, the reason all this came up, it wasn't because men were complaining about it, it was because women were complaining about it. They were complaining about all they got around them or all they got to select for these average guys, and these average guys keep hitting on them. And I keep trying to tell these niggas they ain't good enough for me. Why can't I find a man? And then it came down to the evaluation of that question, which is you want a guy that's up here, but you're here. Guys up here don't look down for who they want. They look across. Maybe up, but usually across.
Nah, niggas, they down, bro. Niggas, they down across the board.
So you're telling me a number 1% guy is going through Akins Home trying to find somebody?
Okay, not all the way down in the gutter, but he definitely dates down from where he is.
You talking monetarily?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't talking monetarily. I'm talking about what they desire.
Okay, my bad.
They're looking across. In other words, if he goes to this restaurant and he goes to this club and he goes to this lounge, the women that don't go there, he don't see. He's looking across the people that are there. The women who don't look to fit that, they ain't gonna be there. You ain't gonna get the, like he said, you're not gonna get the big girl. What was her name? Precious. She's not gonna be there. They're not gonna let her in.
They're not gonna let her in.
Certain elite spots, you're just not gonna get in, man. You can stand outside all day and they'd be like, oh, we waiting. Occupancy, hold on. As soon as some people come out, we'll let you in. You can be out there. So he's looking right here at this level he's at for mates. So that's where a lot of this came from. I want this. But the expectation should be adjusted because there's good guys right there in the average where you at. Dudes in the friend zone. Be 40 dudes in the friend zone.
It doesn't seem like it with these messages. Seriously, it seems like combating communication and pointing fingers. All I'm saying is, like I said,
identify the problem.
If you have to identify the problem in
we love you too, CJ. I told Mike, I said, this is the only person that ever got under my skin like that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you doing something right there. Cause I ain't been able to do it.
What?
Get up under some cuss. But no, seriously though. Like, man, you kind of made me feel the fuck I was saying.
You gotta find the problem. Identify the problem.
We have to identify the problem in mass. And the thing is, if and I can't do. I'm talking about the apex of relationships, like not the whole boyfriend and girlfriend phase per se. Now,
we
only can work with marriage.
But I mean, from the whole thing, from selection. If you saying I shouldn't have to choose from nobody around me,
but check me out. The reason why I'm saying that I'm not going from by boyfriend and girlfriend relationship because the numbers will be way different. Mm-hmm. Like shit, it just fiancés alone will be going across the board. We'll be over white people. We'll be over white people, Hispanics, because we are the most engaged culture. Like, how many women have you heard, man? I've been engaged like twice. I've been engaged like 3 times. I've been engaged.
You think someone be making it up?
I mean, I gotta take it at face value.
Of course. I'm asking, do you think that?
Of course. Like, I don't think the majority of them make it up. I think some of them make it up just to seem like they're doing something right, but until they find out, yeah, you kind of actually doing this wrong.
That's wild, man.
But that's my opinion. Like,
that's wild to be engaged, for a female to be engaged and
like, bro,
and don't go through.
Like, check this out. I know somebody that got engaged to the same nigga twice.
Wow. Who walked away? Can't talk about it.
Listen, bro.
Yeah, we'll talk all night.
Listen, bro.
I'm just saying because all I'm gonna
say is this. If y'all got engaged one time and he didn't fully go through with it, see.
So he didn't fully go through with it. That's all I want. Because that's weird.
Because this is when you insert that whole, oh well, he's only with me so nobody else can get me. That's
but you still with him. Obviously, remember the term settled? That's called settling. You agreed to that. Because if you know that's the only reason he's with you, then you don't want nobody else because you're with him. So you can't be with nobody else.
And I'm probably gonna segue for another 30 minutes, but bro, check. I do know some people, or I've heard of some dudes creating babies with women just so they can stay.
So the women can stay?
Yeah.
Do they not understand the divorce rate and how women are
no. They're not getting married. Oh, we're not going that far.
Yeah, but the ones that's leaving in marriage, they married and don't stay.
You ever heard the expression, the baby don't keep no man?
Yeah, it don't work the other way. Boy, I would love to talk to the psychology and the
bro, that's some pathology. But okay, let me wrap that up right quick. Like, you definitely got to point out the problem in mass, and the problem is the women are leaving in mass. Hell, we even got stands on our side saying it's cheaper to keep them. Like, we know that we're not going to divorce at least while
willy-nilly.
Yeah, not willy-nilly. Not because it's November 15th, 9:43 p.m. and I'm bored and I ain't got shit else to do and I ain't happy. Shit, if I ain't happy, I'll go some. Well, men normally have safe spaces. And it's gonna sound weird, and again, why somebody gonna try to sexualize it? It's mostly amongst our partners. Because when we come with our partners,
your board of directors, it should be.
When we go to our partners, what's the first thing we don't do?
First thing we don't do?
We don't do. Talk about our relationship.
Yeah, that usually had to be prodded or pulled. Yeah.
Cause you be like, it's a real relationship, yeah. Like, bro, you be like, damn, we with the homies. We chilling, got our music going, or we smoking, or we vibing. The last thing you want to do is talk about some depressing shit.
I think I'm gonna have to leave, homie.
What? Like,
I don't even smoke. I don't even realize how you do that.
That's definitely how you do that. You emulated it too perfectly. That's my opinion. Experience doesn't create a safe place. That, in my opinion, doesn't create a safe place for women to want to listen and apply. Well, that's also why I said, well, that's why the women have to speak out on this. Because we can't talk to you. We're not going to talk to you like we your homegirl. Like, we're going to give it to you like men. And sometimes that message might appear to be aggressive, but that's not the intention. But sometimes when you hear things that you don't like, you'll misinterpret what's being said for something that you thought you heard or something that you feel because it just don't fit right.
Man.
But it doesn't make it any less true. I had a motherfucker say, yeah, man, you give the right message, you just the wrong messenger.
Oh yeah. I've had
I'm like, bro,
that's been the story of my life.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. When a felon gets out of prison, is he unqualified to talk to a youth male about his experiences and what he shouldn't do?
No, you definitely need to tell him.
He's definitely
straight program. You need to go in here and see.
But with that same logic, he's the right message with the wrong person. Right. Nonsense. That's why I started using drugs. It took too long to come up. Hold on, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I think that was back when you were selling drugs. That's why I started using drugs. It took too long to come up.
Oh, well, yeah.
Then forget it, man. I ain't making no money. I might as well be high.
You can say, wow, so much acres home with me. I mean, that's what we from. So that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Man, I love all. Don't get it twisted. I love women. I don't care. All that. Man, listen. I'm gonna let you know. CJ, all right, CJ.
Hey, we on
do it all tomorrow.
Your ass ain't on tomorrow. I know it.
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. Y'all called me last week when I say I was scrambling. I made that happen. For the people,
man, we appreciate you.
You see, I did it on my phone. I didn't have nothing set up. Wasn't no lights. Wasn't no nothing.
But I mean, you was good. What's up, man? Fuck you saying? By the time you done came up in here and got active, ooh-wee. I ain't bullshitting. I mean, you was good. I mean, it took us 30 minutes to get the echo going.
You see what I'm saying? Boys was scrambling.
Boys was scrambled out. All right, man. Please make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. Like, these are great conversations. And to sum up what I said earlier, hey, it's literally gonna take the women
to speak
to other women. Because think about this. How do men fix being another man being a deadbeat? Man got to get on his ass. Mm-hmm. Or we got to disown him.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah.
See?
Niggas, we have been out there on islands. You leave you out there.
You got to disown them.
Yeah.
Because we know how to separate the niggas from the men. Like, you got to, you say, don't start with me. You got to be able to, like my boy said, accountability. Right. Man. Like, that's the thing. Like, we can't properly and thoroughly identify the problem until the people that's perpetrating the problem en masse
are
identified.
That boys know.
Like, we can't kill the crime rate if we don't identify who's committing majority of the crimes.
You gotta find the criminals.
You gotta find the criminals.
And making new laws is not going to change the criminals. They're criminals. They already breaking the law.
This is more laws to break.
Exactly. But I think that's what kind of happens. They think it's like rules on top of rules. It's like, no, we need to change the mentality.
Yeah, you got to change the mentality. But that's why I say, man, like to the 40-year-olds, the 35-year-olds, and hell, some people my age, you can't fix them. You can't fix them, man. Like, it's too late. The damage has been done. But you can definitely fix the children and the children's children and the children's children's children. Mm-hmm. So that way, by 2046, we should have these same conversations in circulation. Yes, and if we have, guess what? That means we failed our children somewhere. Simply put.
Our whole generation.
This ain't not y'all looking like gangbangers coming together to make a change. Yeah, I'm trolling because I'm late to the party.
It's all good, though. That's how it is.
Fuck you, Spooby.
Spooby.
That's what I got to say. Hey man, look, what that nigga say, gang is throwing gang signs on his mom. Definitely can't get monetized after that. But nah, bro. I mean, that's literally where we gotta start. That's definitely where, like, bro. Check me out. What? like, bro, like white people don't have that problem.
What's that specifically? What problem?
They don't have this. Oh, our women is leaving. Our men is leaving because they was raised differently. And what's so crazy about us black people, bro? This is so crazy to me. We will see something that is literally successful, it will say,
yeah.
why would I want to be like white people? It's not about being like white people.
About being successful.
It's not about
whatever
being like white people. We're copying the
success.
formula of success.
Yes.
If I tell you, if do you go to Chick-fil-A and say, man, look, y'all need to add Tony Satchers, slap your mama, and hot sauce to y'all chicken batch.
Put that in the suggestion box.
Why you don't do that? Because it's already lucrative.
It's proven.
It's already proven to be successful. Yeah. So guess what other chains are doing? They're copying.
Yeah.
And they know the number one thing that real people in is the interaction. Because most humans want to feel good while they spending their money.
Special, yeah.
They'll spend more money.
It's my pleasure to serve you. Is it?
Like,
I think you lying.
Nigga, it's literally in their policy, bro. You gotta say my pleasure, my boy.
My boy. You saying?
Yeah, fuck you saying. Hey, like I ain't gonna cap though. I ain't gonna cap. If I ever go to Chick-fil-A and one of them niggas say my pleasure, my boy, I'm gonna die.
Done.
Yeah. I'm gonna die right there at the drive-thru. But no, like for real, like. And man, I can't drive this home enough, bro. Like, I feel bad for the women that got sons. Yeah. Because your sons is gonna be up against this same type of shit.
This is what's crazy though. A lot of them say, I don't want my sons to be with a woman, and then they describe themselves. And they don't realize that you just basically said that you're the wrong type of woman.
So why are you raising them?
Change that.
So why are you raising them? If we're going to go with the notion that you're the wrong type of woman, why are you raising them?
Well, they didn't realize until that moment. And then some of them still fight. We've seen, some of them still fight it after that.
Again.
They're like, no. I mean, it's not the same. No, it is. You just said, I don't want my son to have an overweight of this. My pleasure, my boy. I don't want my son to be with no overweight, overbearing. It got to be my way, this type of woman. And then
you're the exact same way.
Exact same woman.
See, what's going to happen is he's going to grow up thinking that women's supposed to be like that.
And the mom is the first impression.
First impression. And I always say, man, the kids copy whatever the most consistent example is.
That's how they learn. Repetition.
And like you're taught everything, bro. You was taught how to read. You was taught how to write. You was taught how to dress yourself. You was taught how to brush your teeth, how to put your clothes on, how to put your drawers on, how to wash your ass.
Wash your ass. That's perfect.
You was taught these
how to do what?
How to wash your ass.
God.
What you
hey,
say?
we need to sample that.
What you used to say? Wash back.
Wash back.
Not watch back. Wash back.
Wash back.
Yeah, like bro, you was taught these things, and it had to be from a consistent, persistent, existing example.
Whatever recurring force.
Yes,
that was there.
It had to be an example. But this is exactly why I say, men, do not create families you don't intend to stick around for.
Precisely.
Because you're literally perpetuating everything we're sitting here saying. And I always say, bro, the worst thing for a man to be is everything the women say we are.
Yeah.
Like, that is insane to me. Because we can't, because what they do, they going to say, see, look, I told you.
Another example.
Niggas ain't built to lead. I'm like, no, that nigga ain't built to lead. But that's the nigga you make your baby daddy, though. Ooh. And then tell me that you shouldn't be judged by the nigga you had kids with. That's crazy. Ooh. But
that's funny. The caption actually put NIGGA.
Dear.
Let me see if it spell it out. Okay, anyway. Yeah, it did.
Dog, something's wrong. Funny. Something's wrong.
Go back and watch that.
Gotta go back and wash that. But no, man, look. This will be your boys over here at the Domino Effect, Conversations with Mike and
Pratt.
What you saying? Coming to you live here on Facebook Live, Facebook Live, YouTube, and the Twitter. Man, y'all gotta get at us, man. We here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Hey, women, I need more women on the panel. Like,
I want y'all to discuss this.
We need to discuss this. Like, we need to discuss this in a respectable, realistic form. You understand?
Focus on the topic.
Because I reiterate, it's gonna take you to go talk to your fellow women about the decisions they make when it comes to family, kids, etc., etc. Because if we can't tell it to you, you gotta get someone that speaks the language of the locals.
Yeah.
That's your fellow woman.
If you want change, if you
really want change. See, because what you'll do is you'll get on this internet, you'll start saying, like, yeah, well, we need to change, we need to start having these conversations, blah, blah, blah. But I'm willing to have these conversations, obviously, as y'all see, on an open forum, addressing men and women, right? So you got to do your part and address your fellow woman. If you got friends out there that don't have no kids, make sure you tell them. Be sure that man makes you a wife before he makes you his baby mama, because you're up against this. And it's 2023. It's no longer 1993. You cannot. I didn't know is no longer an acceptable excuse. No. You cannot push back the due date on your credit card by saying I didn't know. Because guess what? Us men, that credit card due almost on a weekly basis, damn near on a daily basis. To be honest, ain't no way, ain't no running from it.
You get a bill this time,
because it don't matter if you go from Houston to LA to New York, Miami, Chicago, Washington. No, I'm saying Washington. Say the wrong way. Washington, anywhere, Minnesota. Hell, you can go to England, Paris, London, China. You can go to Indonesia, Antarctica, Australia. You can go to New Zealand, Britain, Greenland, Iceland, Canada, Alaska, Hawaii. Yeah. You can go to all these places. You can go to Niggersville in Louisiana. Same shit. Can't run from it.
Is that in the bayou?
No.
I know it's not.
You can't run from it. And that's the thing. Like, before you approach a woman, you already got to know these things. You already got to have your balance, at least the minimum. What you say? The minimum balance
payment got to be in hand.
It got to be in hand, willing to pay in the door. Fuck you saying? But man, crying. Man, look, bro.
This is the domino effect.
Conversations with Mike.
When I mix it in right with the Sprite. I'm getting high on life. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's black on this track. Static and stacks. We stacking up racks cause we racking up tracks and we track up a storm. While it's storming, relax. Team on our backs, we sturdy. That's facts. We stumbled and struggled. Now our pockets is fat. Up out of the gutter. Ain't no looking back. We building an empire. Simple as that. We lead from the front. Used to be in the back like the waist, man. Now we in your face, man. We ain't running the show or the place, man. It's for that paper. We out on a chase, man. Stop snacking. Get more than a taste, fam. Diamonds on glisten while fans rock and listen. We run with boss women, no sipping, no pimping, no limping. We strut, I swagger too much. Be all in them guts till they saying ease up. Slice on the course, rubbing elbows with money. 4 under par, smart brother, no dummy. Bet him a pension, then pay him his money. He chat about his business and tell how he run it. It's funny, they thinking the hood need a friend. Tell all your secrets, he can't comprehend that we taking news, we plotting.
Yeah, man. But check us out next week for a special thing. Oh, you going out of town for Thanksgiving?
I'm actually thinking about going to the Marriott for Thanksgiving, but we'll see.
Man, you know what we did last year? Wow, drunkish on Thanksgiving, remember?
Yeah. Hey. We're going to talk about this when
we're going to talk about this offline. But yeah, hey, man, this just be your boys over here. Young Mike, definitely Pratt, fuck you saying.
Yeah.
Over here, the conversations with Mike and Pratt, the Domino Effect conversations with Mike and Pratt. Man, foes on both hands, which means peace.
That's it.